Welcome everybody to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Naruto episode 72. What happened last time?
Last time, the battle raged on between the Hokage, and Orochimaru.
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy fight. Lots of new jutsus that we haven't seen before, including Orochimaru's face removal technique.
Technically seen that before.
We've technically seen that before, but we saw it again. Excited to see. Oh, also Sasuke caught up. That kind of got lost. Sasuke got caught up to Gaara, so that'll be exciting. I'm sure Naruto and friends will join them either this episode or next episode.
Hope you guys enjoy this reaction. Check out our Patreon, check out our backup channel, check out our Instagram, check out our Teespring. Check this show out on Netflix or Crunchyroll if you haven't seen it already. We are not stealing the content. This is strictly for review and reaction purposes. This is transformative content. We encourage anybody who has not seen it to not watch it here because this is an inferior product. This is not meant for a replacement for the actual show. Go watch it on legal channels. We include it only for reference purposes only and no other reason. So hope you guys enjoy our reaction and review to this episode of Naruto. I've seen Naruto. Lindsay hasn't seen Naruto. We're getting into this. Let's go. See lightning bolt?
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
I sense that Sasuke has stopped moving, but he's still a long way ahead of us.
What is it? You smell some kind of trouble?
Strange, I never noticed it before. Sakura, did you know you use the same shampoo as I do? Minty rainforest mist, right? With extra body?
What? Are you kidding me?
But I wonder why my coat looks so much glossier than yours.
Knock it off! It's no time to be talking about hair products!
Sorry.
Smell like a dog. Smell like a dog. Smell like a dog.
You're going the wrong way, Sakura.
Where are you going? You won't get very far without me. Oh man, Gaara, where are you when we need you?
I thought that it was dark when this scene happened last time.
Was it? It was about the same, I think.
It was dark. Whoa.
I'll take care of this one.
This kid's too much for you to handle all by yourself.
This kid.
This
Orochi
kid.
needs to make sure that Gaara is safe.
No, you don't.
Missed.
Whoa.
Crazy shot. Reuse animation. Holy fuck!
You mean wind axe jutsu?
I guess she was holding back with Shikamaru as well. Where'd you get the sand?
Sandstorm? You're up in a tree. Giving like road rash to the tree here. Whoa, that's really cool. Oh shit.
Sandstorm. You like how every time everyone's so surprised by it?
Yeah, even though it's like the most common thing that everyone does.
Reused animation of her eye. Whoa!
Whoa! That was really powerful.
Oh, you really fucked her up, but not quite bad enough. She'll probably recover.
Yeah. It's the classic thing of you could have just, like, broken her leg or something so she wouldn't be able to follow you at all, but then you didn't.
Did it after all. This is why I could never choose you to be the fourth Hokage. Your mind and soul are twisted.
Flashback. Just look like inside of Naruto's mind with the fox, kind of.
is this?
A laboratory. This was way more gruesome in the manga, by the way.
So I've finally been found out, eh? Oh, such a pity.
Orochimaru, explain yourself. What is the meaning of this?
Since you've caught me red-handed, there's no point in pretending now, is there? It's research. I'm developing jutsu.
And for that you sacrifice your fellow shinobi? It's forbidden jutsu you're after, isn't it? Just what is it you want?
I want everything.
Everything? What exactly?
I want to know every jutsu in the world, and even those jutsu yet to be discovered. I'm like the one who first took blue and yellow, consciously mixed them together and created a new color, green.
Looks
Only
like
my
blue and
hands
green
together
making
blue
darker green.
represents the color yellow, a hand sign, and the green, a new jutsu. And just as there are countless shades of color in the world, there must be an almost limitless number of jutsu. That takes years. Endless experimentation. I found there are not enough years in even the longest life. This mortal existence is too... Yes, even if I were named Hokage, one day I would die and that would be the end of it.
Orochimaru, what sort of forbidden jutsu have you been seeking here?
Oh, I think you've already guessed. Eternal youth and immortality.
Literally Voldemort.
You find a body, a young body. Pour your spirit into it and make it your own.
So that's his body.
I was using my old familiar form until now. Growing old is a sad, empty thing. You will die here, old man, while I move on to another stronger body. But first, I really must thank you. And all the leaf
He's trying to steal Sasuke's body.
so well.
Now I understand. It's Sasuke Uchiha.
Predictions on point, as always.
That's rough.
You were talking about eye transplants before.
How many bodies has it been already? How many faces?
2 or 3, but I'll wait for Sasuke until he's ripened a bit. And then when he's been raised and trained to my liking, perhaps it would be easier for you to look on a
Familiar face as you die, in your brief wasted life.
That was quick.
Those eyes, always with malice and ambition hidden just behind them. Almost here. I had seen it. But pretended not to notice. Your strength and abilities. You were the sort of student that comes along once in a generation of war and darkness. We had need of ninja like you. I wanted to believe that in you I found the one worthy of succeeding me. Right, I was naive. And it was my weakness then that brought all these troubles to us now.
What are you planning to do? Kill me, Sensei? Sarutobi Sensei.
Holy fuck.
Kill him, Sarutobi! Now is your chance!
He just let him go.
Sarutobi, I couldn't do it. Now I'll correct my mistake and bury you once and for all. It's time to end.
Here we go. Once again.
I'm afraid it's too late now.
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Shadow clones. He's going to exhaust what little chakra he has left.
You'll only shorten your life, Sensei. I think your impatience is getting the better of you.
Mie Hitsuji U Ino Ne Tori Umami. Yes, hand signs. I knew it.
Oh shit.
What? What is that? What is that?
As the fourth Hokage said, this is the Reaper, the face of death, invisible to all, but the one who casts the jutsu.
Whatever your plan,
Literal
The
god of
fourth
death.
Hokage's
it's over.
like
Jutsu.
secret jutsu.
Yeah.
The Leaf Village will fall.
Genjutsu! Infinite darkness jutsu!
Infinite.
What nonsense. In the grand scheme of time, you're just a trivial footnote in the brief history of a cluster of huts called the Leaf Village. The Hokage's stone faces will crumble and be worn down to nothing.
You've never understood that it's far more than a mere cluster of huts.
He was little.
It is a place where every year shinobi are born, raised, grow old, die to protect their home.
Anko. Kakashi. Little Naruto. Haruka.
We share a home, we share a life, and though we may not share ties of blood, they are precious to me. They are my family.
Didn't have to knock you down. You're already falling.
And if I do fall, you still will fail. I am only one of a long line. I carry this title in trust for those Hokage who came before and those who will come after. I am the third Hokage. You can't stop it by destroying me. A new and stronger Hokage will take my place, becoming the pillar, roof, and walls that defend the village.
Fourth Hokage.
Now, Orochimaru, get ready, for I'm about to perform a jutsu that even you haven't seen before. Behold, Sealing Jutsu, Reaper Death Seal!
Reaper
Cliffhanger.
Death Seal.
What do you think
But
of
it's
that
a
name?
sealing jutsu.
What'd you think of that one?
That was a pretty crazy episode. I said I wasn't invested in that fight. I was like almost crying in that fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. That usually happens from the reactions I've seen, and even me when I was watching. When he goes through like what it all means and
Yeah.
everything, and like what everything means to him, you get a better idea of who he is as a person, and get way more
Yeah.
attached immediately. Because it's not just about him; it's about everyone.
Mhm.
You know? Yeah. It's so good. And then also seeing like, do you want to go back and see all the?
I wanted to see that, yeah.
Okay.
I was also going to say he made a very similar speech, actually, to all the kids
Yeah.
before.
That everyone's his family.
Yeah.
When they were all looking at the faces. Yeah, it's little Orochimaru, and then this girl, and Jiraiya, and then this girl, who we've heard her name once before, but
Yeah, I don't remember it.
that's fine.
I just want to say that moment where the Hokage didn't kill Orochimaru, straight up, that classic turning point, like in Harry Potter, where it's like, it's not quite the same, that, like, there's like two moments kind of like that, I guess, in Harry Potter, where like Slughorn, spoilers for Harry Potter, but if you haven't seen Harry Potter, who watch Harry Potter.
Yeah, if you like Naruto, you'll probably love Harry Potter.
So in that, like, when Slughorn, like, when Tom...
Actually, wait, I want to emphasize that real quick. Sorry, you
What?
just said that, but I'm sure a bunch of anime fans who haven't seen Harry Potter are probably like, whatever, I don't like 3D movies. I only like anime. No, I'm serious. Like, especially if you're young out there and you haven't seen Harry Potter, go watch Harry Potter. Just skip this part of the discussion. Thank you guys for watching. We don't want to spoil you on that, especially if you haven't seen it. Like, it's like spoiling Naruto. Anyway, okay.
So it's like the moment when Slughorn was asked by Tom Riddle about Horcruxes.
Exactly.
And he chooses to turn a blind eye.
Yeah.
He's like, well, this is all, like, purely scientific, right?
Yes.
Like, and then he, like, made up that fake memory of where he, like, stormed him out of there and didn't tell him. But instead in real life, he chose to trust him and tell him
the
about
secret.
it. Because he was like, he could tell that he was kind of evil, but he was hoping that he would turn out good, regardless of what happened.
He could see it, but he chose not to see it.
And Dumbledore as well.
Mm-hmm.
He could tell that he was evil, like, the whole time when the Chamber of Secrets was being opened, and he's like, is there something you want to tell me, Tom?
Yeah.
Is there something you want to tell me right now?
Yeah.
And then he doesn't tell him, but he just lets it slide, you know? Like, it's just moments like that where he's, like, it's like the teacher, and they, like, care about their students so much, and they're like, they're
so an enabler.
Gifted.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna let it. I would never let this slide, but he's so gifted that, I mean, he could still turn out good, and he could be the best of all time.
Yeah.
So
letting him flirt with danger might be the answer,
yeah.
But less than that. It's not even necessarily about that. It's like, I don't want to believe that this person who's basically like a child to me, it could be using this for evil. You know? But in the Hokage's case, it was different. Because, like...
He caught him red-handed.
Well, he caught him red-handed, but also when he saw all those, like, glimmers of little bit too much curiosity in the wrong ways and a little bit too much malice hidden behind those eyes, he saw that, but it wasn't just that because he clearly had more of a liking for Orochimaru than his other students. He sort of had some favoritism there. But it was also that he knew the village needed some cruel motherfuckers who were going to go and win the war for them. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's really rough, but in situations like that, you can't deny their personal feelings.
Yeah.
Definitely influence them to be like, because if he was purely objective in that moment, he would be like, I don't care what the village needs. The village definitely doesn't need this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Just like in Harry Potter, they'd be like, yeah, I know he could be the best wizard of all time, like the most powerful wizard of all time, but this is not what we need, even if he is.
Mm-hmm.
But instead they let their feelings influence that, and they're like, maybe we do need him because he has such potential.
Yeah.
And I also like him, but I'm gonna, like, muddle that up with a bunch of other things to justify it.
Yeah.
And it's really fucked up. And really sad. But, like,
it got way out of control.
Yeah. In both cases. They literally become the most evil person, like, the world has seen.
The most forbidden, horrible jutsu. It really is like a Horcrux. Like, the way that he extended his life. It's like... I mean, in this way, he's, like, transferring his soul to a new body. Rather than leaving a mark. Or whatever. Leaving a piece of his soul.
Leaving a piece... He kills someone and attaches his soul into something else in Harry Potter. But in this, he's keeping his soul whole, but... killing people and, like, going into them.
He's basically, instead of just... Yeah, it's really the same thing, except instead of doing it 7 times and then, like, having a safeguard in place, he just does all of it into one Horcrux, and that's just another person. And then, like, takes control of them, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's... the Harry Potter... I've watched the normies' reaction to this, and around this time they were questioning, like, did Kishimoto watch Harry Potter or, like, read the books and was inspired by them? I don't think so.
Literal Snake Man.
I literally don't think so. The snake thing, it's a reference to another Japanese thing that I don't want to tell you because it'll spoil things about, like, how things work out later. But that's more of a Japanese reference, the whole Orochimaru thing. But people all the time make the comparison between specifically this area of the story. Oh shit. Recording limit. Between this part of the story and Harry Potter, and with, like, Orochimaru specifically. I don't think that it's a direct thing. Yeah. I think that they're both drawing on the same well of conventions.
Yeah, I'm definitely not saying
and
that
symbolism.
It's either is copying each other or anything in this case. It's the same thing. It's
dragons. Dragons are snakes. They're just giant snakes. They're the same mythical.
Well, I guess what I was saying, it's the same thing of, like, fucking Star Wars, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Naruto. Like, it's like the classic hero's journey.
Exactly.
Structure of a story. So, I don't know, unless there's, like, and I mean, they all, like, sort of have the same thing. It's like, we literally have, like, fucking, like, Harry, Ron, and Hermione, like, a classic, like, tight trio of, like, different skill sets. Yeah. Making up the main cast. And it's so common, but I'm not mad. I don't get mad when I see that. It's just so ingrained into literally everything that, I mean, who who cares? The story is completely different. Even if it shares similar elements, it still works.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that I see similarities between it and Harry Potter. In fact, I like it.
Yeah.
Because it's like a different spin.
Yeah, you're seeing like an Eastern take on like this age-old, like thousands of years old tale, and like this is like it might be tropey, but it is different in its own way. The way that they explore the same themes because it's coming from a different cultural background.
Yeah.
Even if it is like obviously this wasn't made in a vacuum. There's obviously a lot of Western influence in many ways, and it's the style especially, like all the graffiti art and like the music. There's clearly a lot of like Western style, sort of melded into the bones of Naruto, but it is a Eastern take and a very different take than what we're seeing. It's not the exact same as like something like Harry Potter or Star Wars or whatever.
Yeah.
But it is drawing on the same things.
A lot of similar like themes going on, like the
snakes and like conviction
and like the teachers being not always making the right call and
sometimes being fallible. Like they're not infallible. Like the fact that like Kakashi chose to train Sasuke, but also kind of left Naruto behind.
Yeah.
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 Like there's a lot of flaws in anyway. Yeah.
But I would say like that's probably similar actually. I don't know, but it's probably actually similar to like the third Hokage and his 3 students. Like I mean they haven't mentioned the girl yet. Straight up, they said her name once apparently, but she's not like part of the story. But obviously Orochimaru is his favorite, and obviously Sasuke is like Kakashi's favorite. And then, like, Naruto is, like, the Jiraiya of, like, he's really good, but he doesn't have that little, like, extra thing that might make him evil in the, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, like, a double-edged sword of having that little, like, spark, which I guess Orochimaru had.
So, like, similar relationships.
Yeah,
like, sort of,
like, there's so much potential, but also so much potential for the wrong thing to happen, like Sasuke like caving into the curse mark,
and he's motivated by revenge.
Exactly. Yeah, like the malice that he was talking about in Orochimaru's eyes. Like I feel like Sasuke, like even though Naruto has had horrible stuff happen to him, he's not motivated by I need revenge. He's like I need to prove myself and be great.
Yeah.
Sasuke's like I am simply gaining more power so that I can take revenge.
Kill the fuck out of my brother.
Yeah, and kill my brother. That's...
And then the second, well, he said, the way he said it when he was introduced was like, I want to restore my clan and destroy a certain someone. But he's acting like it's those things are reversed a little bit.
Yeah, like...
And another thing, kind of a similar motif, like Sasuke has like the lightning bolt thing in the curse mark. It's kind of the similar, like he's been touched by this evil.
Exactly, he's been...
And he's got a piece of that, and it gives him power. Like in Harry Potter, it's like he has parcel tongue, and he can interact. He has like a better affinity for like different types of magic, and so it gives him power. But it also like really can fuck with him if it gets out of control. It's another similar kind of motif
very similar thing. It's crazy that Orochimaru. I was kind of like, what is going on the whole time? Like, I was like, all right, I get why Orochimaru would, like, want Sasuke, I suppose, as his student. But it doesn't really help him if Sasuke has the... I was thinking maybe he wanted his eyes or, like, something, I think. I don't remember exactly.
Orochimaru? Wait, sorry, I zoned out for a second. What were you saying about...
I was talking about how, like, back when Orochimaru was like, I want Sasuke, and I was like... I mean, I kind of get why you would want Sasuke, but, like...
He said literally to Anko that I want the Sharingan, the Uchiha power. He called it the Uchiha power.
So I was wondering, I was like, oh, okay, he's kind of setting up Sasuke to be, like, his student, but I don't know how that's gonna, like, help him unless he, like, straight up, like, takes his eyes out and, like, steals them.
Because, that's what you were saying earlier. It's just like, well, I know they have science in this world, but, like, I don't know if they could pull off, like, a straight-up eye transplant.
Even though that's also kind of my theory for like Kakashi, but I didn't know.
I mean, Kabuto is the son of the chief of the medical corps. Maybe he could pull off an eye transplant.
Who knows? But I was like trying to figure out how just getting Sasuke on his team would at all help Orochimaru.
Yeah.
Other than him being powerful, but like if Sasuke could even like look at someone, figure out their jutsu, he would have to fucking teach it to Orochimaru like over months of training.
Yeah.
And I didn't really think that was Orochimaru's
so
style
it's like,
for the rest
so
of his
you're
life.
thinking like, oh well, okay, so eye transplant, I guess maybe, but like maybe he just wants, maybe if he just had Sasuke as an underling, he could like basically have the Sharingan without having the Sharingan.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, well, that doesn't really, I don't know,
That's not that
something's not
great.
clicking here, and then it's like, oh, he wants Sasuke. He wants
Sasuke's body.
yeah.
He wants to be Sasuke,
Yeah.
which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, a lot of crazy revelations and stuff. And you wanted to go over, we talked about
I just
it a
wanted to
second ago.
watch that, yeah.
So
oh yeah, the whole...
The god of death, the Shinigami, fucking literal god of death, by the way.
And what's that, like, inside of him? What is inside of him?
It's in front of him.
Oh.
But he summoned the clones, and then they all are doing the jutsu. And then, like the Hokage said, it's only visible to him, the person who cast the jutsu.
But the monkey guy knew about it.
He knows well, they're like partners in crime. They're like a duo, so they both knew the fourth Hokage. And yeah, he's the professor. He knows about all the hidden leaf jutsu, so he would know about this. Orochimaru again is also takes after him because like he's the professor. He knows all the jutsu. Orochimaru wants to know he wants to know not just all the hidden leaf jutsu, all the jutsu. And that's his end goal is to know everything, to surpass the limits of mortality.
I want to look at this.
Oh yeah, and in 10 years, there's some interesting math there. He said he left the village 10 years ago.
Which, okay, what I'm thinking of, just before you tell me what's actually correct, the timeline goes, he didn't get chosen, and then he was just killing off people in the town, and then he got caught, and then he left.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you saw in that flashback, he was wearing a hidden leaf headband.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, so he was still...
That was him leaving.
Yeah.
And he left and never came back, basically, until now.
I'm leaving.
So that was I'm leaving. Yeah, so the first and second Hokage, and then some random kids, and, oh, wait, are they random? Okay. Those might be... like
some other, older, esteemed council or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, there he is. And then there's, Jiraiya, Orochimaru, Hokage, and then other lady. Mm-hmm. And then him when he was just named Hokage after he left them. Then, Jiraiya, and then the fourth Hokage, and then some other kids. Yeah, Orochimaru and Anko.
Did he only take one student?
Yes.
Okay.
And then that's Sarutobi and the rest of the village, and then he's like, they're my family.
And so then Kakashi was the student
of the fourth Hokage. Yeah.
Who are those two people? Do we know them?
No, we don't know them.
Okay. But he did have normal eyes there.
Who?
Kakashi.
Yes, he did.
One regular one.
Yeah, he has both normal eyes. Yeah, and I was like, I was like, is that Kakashi? That's obviously fucking Kakashi. Who else could that possibly be? Is it a spoiler to say that's Kakashi? I mean, no, because
it's literally
it's obviously him. Kakashi.
This is like the moment where Dumbledore is like, do I get rid of this child? Holding Naruto.
Yeah, and he has the whiskers.
Mm-hmm.
Iruka as a kid, looking angry. That's right as his parents died, and then as Naruto grew up.
I guess that's funny. Iruka's not even that much older than Naruto.
Not really. No, he was Naruto's age roughly when the fox attack happened.
Mm-hmm. How much older is Kakashi?
Kakashi is would be a generation above
Iruka.
Or
okay.
half a generation.
Yeah.
He would. He's maybe 6 years or something.
Yeah.
Maybe less older than. Maybe 4 to 6 years something older than Iruka.
Okay.
Not much. Then Neji and Hinata, Kurenai, Kiba, Akamaru and Shino, Lee, Guy, Tenten, Asuma, Shikamaru, Choji, Ino, Konohamaru, and then that's the end of it. And then it's just him. So you were gonna cry during that?
I think maybe this part. I don't know. I wasn't even tearing up. I was almost tearing up.
Yeah.
If it had gone on longer, I might have been tearing up real.
You know what would be fun is if after we finish Naruto, if we wanted to do like a live stream show, would be to do. I found the Naruto Kai, the fan edits.
Oh.
The like 72 episodes, all of Naruto, including Shippuden. Like if one day after we finish, we could rewatch that.
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd
In
be
like
cool.
5 years.
Yeah, in a long fucking time, but yeah. So yeah, that's the episode. I guess we could end it there.
I guess it's I just wanted to talk about it's interesting that like everyone took 3 students except for Orochimaru.
Mm-hmm.
And he had given the curse mark to Anka. Did he want to steal her body as well, or was this like, I guess that would have been before he figured out how to exactly do that. But I wonder if he ever had that in mind.
I think he had. I think the way the timeline works out, if you think about their ages, like he was Anko's teacher at that time, roughly speaking.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, around there. Yeah, who knows what the deal with the curse mark and Anko is.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting that he's going to wait for Sasuke to get older.
Mm-hmm. Well, he doesn't want a child's body.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true. But he's like, I'm gonna train him. I guess the problem would be if he like stole Sasuke's body before he was like trained up, then he wouldn't be as powerful. Like he would be transferring into a less powerful body. I guess.
Well, he's also not matured. Mm-hmm. Like his Sharingan, literally isn't finished yet, and like, the jutsu Orochimaru is doing. It's so unknown. It's so forbidden. Like, it's so forbidden. Nobody fucking does it. It's crazy that he's able to do it even. Yeah. So like, who knows what the fuck would even happen to the Sharingan? Like, there's so much at play there, and because the Uchiha, it's like, you know how the Byakugan is like for the Hyuga, how it's like, we know about this, but like, and we're part of the village. They're like nobility. Nobody knows about it, not even the Hokage, that's the jutsu. Like, shit like that is so secretive as far as clans go, like Kekkei Genkai and shit like that. Like, if there was a way, like, so who knows the effects of, like, merging these jutsu, whether he would be able to, like, take Sasuke's body and then, like mature the Sharingan, or if, like,
if it's
what
like
the deal
it
is.
stays that like it kind of stays how it is. I guess you wouldn't know unless you tried.
Yeah.
He's only been through like 2 bodies.
3. 2 or 3. I think he lost count in 10 years.
I wonder if that was just like sort of perfecting it before he found like the best one.
Well, I don't know.
Because I mean, even if he was his actual age, like if he never transferred bodies, he wouldn't be like old.
No, he's younger than the fucking Hokage.
Yeah, exactly. And the Hokage is still fighting like crazy. So I feel like it was like partially because he wanted to be younger, but also partially to like get the technique right. Mm-hmm. And
so that he could eventually get the body he wants.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Sasuke is like perfect what he wants. Mm-hmm. So, and I mean, obviously he would have known that Sasuke was like the last one alive for quite a while at this point. I mean, for probably since Sasuke, like, how old was Sasuke when everyone else got killed? His family?
He was like young, not a baby.
Yeah, so maybe for at least
like a little kid,
like around like 10-ish years, maybe a little bit less. Orochimaru would have known.
We saw the flashback. We saw the flashback of him like seeing his parents die when he got the curse mark. Mm-hmm. He saw it, and he was like 7 or 8.
Okay. Well, anyway, for like several years at this point, Orochimaru would have been aware of him and being like, "All right, this is my body. So I'm gonna like try out a few more so that I don't mess it up when I get to the one that I actually want." Mm-hmm. That's just gonna that these people are just literal sacrifices for what I want.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff this episode. Last episode was all like animation was really cool, but like they really and what do you think? Yeah, the Reaper Death Seal is going to be insane.
Yeah, I don't know what that is because it's a sealing jutsu. Yeah. I don't know enough about jutsus to really know what that is, but like it seems like it's not just like, oh, kill him. It seems like it's like seal him away somewhere. Or something like the classic banishing the villain
to the shadow realm, to the dark zone.
Yeah. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I'm excited to see them.
Alrighty. We're moving on, people. Finishing up this binge. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you check out our Patreon, backup channel, other links in the description. See you later. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.